Welcome to the first edition of Jacket Pride TV. This week, we're joined by our head football coach at Winston County High School, Coach Mark Mitchell. We're glad to talk about the upcoming season, talk about last week's game against the Lynn Bears. And so be looking for this each week. We're going to post it to YouTube, and you'll have access to it. And we're excited about this year and the football season we have upcoming, and we appreciate all the work Coach Mitchell and his wife do in our community. In addition to being educators here at Winston County High School and our high school football coach. Coach Mitchell, good to see you. I'm glad to have you here, and I hope that everything's going well for you. And just got a couple of questions about the upcoming season, and I'll talk a little bit about the Lynn game last week. So I guess the question you get a lot is about the COVID restrictions and things that you have to go. So tell us a little bit about preseason camp. How's it going for you?
Well, as you can see right now, we're not anywhere normal with these things right here. When we first got all the rules to go by, I was kind of skeptical. How was I as a coach and the kids going to be able to do all this? And was they going to be resentful? Was we going to, let it bother us? Well, kids have done great all summer long. They're doing all the things we've asked them to do. Me and the other coaches have tried to do everything we can to follow all the social distancing rules, wearing the mask, cleaning the footballs, cleaning the locker room. We've tried to do all those things and clean it because I know how important it is for sports and kids. We try to do it safely every day. And it's been a challenge, but I think it's been a good challenge because we'll learn a lot from this about how cleaner things need to be, more sanitary things need to be. And I think that's the thing we'll get out of this COVID-19 is everybody will make sure that things are cleaner now than they used to be. And because things I didn't even think about before we're cleaning now. And I think that'll be a good thing in the future when we don't have when some of these mask rules and our social distances go away. We'll keep doing it. We'll keep the spread of flu or the COVID-19 or whatever else comes up. So it's been a challenge, but it's been one that our teams hit that on, and I think we've done as good as we could possibly do in a certain things.
Well, I'll say this on behalf of our community. We appreciate all that you've done to make sure football season's happening, and we look forward to September the 4th. I know we don't look ahead, but we're looking forward to being at Malcolm Blake Stadium and playing under the lights here and in our home stadium. So we're looking forward to that. You said something about the summer. I want to highlight something you told me earlier a few weeks ago about the workout program this summer and the great participation you had at the JV and varsity level. Talk a little bit about that, if you don't mind.
Well, we try to get the kids to make all workouts, and we had 20 workouts this summer, and we had 30 out of 37 on our varsity team make 100% workouts.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then we also had 10 out of 12 on our junior high team to make all summer workouts.
That's great.
So the first year I was here, we had 3 varsity and 3 junior high that made 100% workouts. Well, that should in turn make us a better football team, so we should be in better shape, we should be physically stronger, mentally stronger, and they're doing the things we have to do to get ready for the tough, football season. So we went from 3 to 30 on the varsity and 3 to 10, which we only had 12 on the junior high because they're 7th and 8th grade. We've added 2 guys extra, so we actually have 14 on junior high now, but at that time they were not here, they moved in. So I think that's been fantastic. They've bought in, they like coming, especially this year. They were chomping at the bits to come and to be able to work out. It was a different kind of workout. Didn't come in the weight room at all. We went outside and we did CrossFit workouts. And we were spread out all over the stadium, wiping stuff down, spreading it out, social distancing in the stadium. But they were here working out, and that's what the kids wanted to do. They had enough of being cooped up, and then we were able to do this. Coach Savarese with the Alabama High School Athletic Association has done a great job of doing it safely and educating us. And every football coach that I know of just wants to have football. We'll follow every rule that's given to us. And like right now with these masks, it might look weird on TV, but these are the rules we're under right now on Wednesday. And so those are rules we're going to go by. We're going to try to stick by it and try to lead by example. Friday night was different. Mask on the bus, mask on the sideline with coaches, trying to social distance the kids. that was different, but for the first time doing it, I thought it all went really well.
Good.
So,
well, I know that all-season programs are going to pay dividends, hopefully, throughout the season for you, injury prevention and also conditioning. So we just appreciate getting the kids back involved. Like you said, the kids are ready to be back doing something. And I know coaches were too, so we're thankful that you had great participation in that. Let's talk a little bit about last week's game, the Jamboree game against the Lynn Bears. A little bit about that game. Tell us some improvements maybe you saw, some things, some observations from that game that you want to carry forward. Just talk a little bit about from your perspective as a head coach after a victory over the Lynn Bears.
Well, first I want to talk about Lynn for a second. I've been playing Lynn for a long time back when I used to coach at Cedar Bluff. They have a real rich tradition of football. Their kids always play hard. When you play Lynn, it's going to be a tough physical football team. Coach Alders does a great job with his football team. And we were glad to play them in the Jamboree. Got off to a rocky start with all the lightning, but once we got out there and settled down, our kids were chomping at the bits to play. I thought we did really well on some things on offense, some things on defense. There was a whole lot for me and all the players to improve on this week. You always want to improve the most from the first game to the second game. And so I'm looking forward to the things that a lot of guys that hadn't got a lot of playing time in the past that are playing now, got some experience the other night, got to calm the nerves down, and got a game under their belt, how they're going to do this week when we travel to Meek. But it was enthusiastic, kids were excited, weird with the social distancing and coaching with a mask on, and there was just a difference about it with the mask and the social distance, different feel. But I was glad to get back out there. I thought our kids did really well, and we're looking forward to this week.
Well, I'm glad I got a Jamboree under your belt. Like you said, got some new players, some experience, and so we're excited to watch what you have this year. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Meek game, the regular season opener over at Arley at Meek High School. What are some things that you hope to accomplish this week? And you can talk about improvement a little bit, maybe some of your observations of your opponent a little bit. Talk a little bit about your upcoming matchup with Meek.
Well, I got a new coach, Coach Powell, and I think he come from Dora. And so a lot of excitement at Meek. They got down kind of early last week and then fought back in the second half. And if it would have been another 2 more drives, I think Meek wins that game. It was 43-40. I was really impressed with the way their guys come from behind and how hard they played the second half. And we'll have to play our best football team to go to Meek and beat them at their place. Our kids are excited to go there. It's a county rival. It's a big game. It'll be a fun atmosphere. A lot of fans on each side. As many as we can get in, whatever the rules are. But I hope we come out and play the same excitement that we played with last week, improve on the little things that we did last week, and just give ourselves a chance to win the game. And that's all I ask for.
That's good. Well, we're excited about getting the regular season kicked off. And hopefully that you'll come out victorious again. And we just know the community has your support, has our support for you and your players, and we'll do anything we can. So next week we're going to look at some things from the previous week, and we hope that as we join in. Now let me say one more thing before we get to our player. We got one of the varsity players we're going to interview in just a moment. The JV football, they kick off at home on Monday, is that right?
They had a Jamboree game at Faultville. We beat Meek 16-0, and then beat Good Hope 16-14 in Jamboree game. But we will play at home Monday night with a junior high game at 5 and a B-team game starting immediately afterwards.
Okay, sounds good. We're looking forward to football back at Winston County High School, and looking forward to cheering on the Jackets. And until next week, we hope to see you then. TV, I want to interview a player. We look forward to watching this young man Thursday night. We didn't make mention this week in our program that the game has been moved up one night due to the possibility of inclement weather. And so this week we have senior running back and defensive back Austin Owens with us. Austin, it's good to see you, man. Glad to have you with us and talk to you a little bit about the season and some of the things that you looked maybe this week against Meek. And so let's talk about the preseason first. Tell us about the all-season workouts. Coach Mitchell was talking about a good commitment to that everybody had for that this year. How do you, as a senior, how do you felt the off-season went?
Well, it was different than we used to, because we used to come in weight room working out. But this season, when I stay outside, do CrossFit, we have more people come to all summer workouts this year than we ever had in the past 2 years.
So tell me a little bit about CrossFit. I don't know much about it. I heard that's pretty tough. So how did that compare to previous workouts you've done?
Well, I have to say CrossFit was a lot harder than coming in the weight room and just lifting weights.
Yeah.
I did outside running a lot,
Yeah.
and did a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, pretty hot outside this year. I bet it was. So tell us a little bit about preseason camp. How do you think things have gone so far? It's your senior year. I know you got some young players. How are they doing? So give some observations, you've seen with the team in these first few weeks leading up to the season.
Well, I think the last 2 years we've been good, but this year I think we're actually all coming together, working as a team. And I'm excited for this year because we have some good players we can use, and we have backups just in case starters get tired, they can just come in and play.
Yeah. Now you're a two-way player, so let me ask you, what is your favorite, offense or defense? Offense, yeah. I like calling those plays on Friday night from the public address booth. Austin Owens down the sideline for 99-yard touchdowns and things. And so I know you've given us a lot of highlights over the last couple of years, and we appreciate your effort and the way you represent the school. That's huge, and we appreciate what you stand for and how you carry yourself on the football field. So you like offense, so
yes,
you like high school touchdowns.
Yeah, I just like getting the ball around.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: receiving or running? What would you rather? We're going back. Running?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like that ball in your hands. Yes, sir. So let me ask you this: I know we like seeing you running down the sideline. What about punishing those linebackers when you go through the hole?
Well, I don't really do that because my linemen, they like to open the holes up for
There you
me. So it's really easy.
Hey, it's a great shout out to your linemen. Always take care of your linemen. They take care of you. So anyway, tell us about the game against Lynn. Tell us how you felt you played, how the team played. Tell us a little bit about that.
We did have a lot in the way, but I think on the bus, everybody kind of calmed down and got ready for the game. So when we come out there, we just came out there and play hard, do our usual stuff, stopping on defense and run the ball.
Yeah. So you're looking forward to this game against Meek on Thursday night. Tell us a little bit about the Meek Tigers. I know you guys are watching a little bit of film, that kind of thing. What's your impressions of this Meek Tiger football team?
Well, my impression is they're going to come out and hit us, and the game's going to decide if we can take it, give it back, or we're just going to lay down.
Yeah, that's right. That's good. So one last question for you. It's a non-football question. All right. Favorite restaurant? If you go somewhere right now, what would it be?
Like in town or just
anywhere you want to go.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Like town, I'll go to Jack's and get the chicken.
There you go. They can't beat Jack's chicken thing. All right. So, well, Austin, it's been good to have you. We look forward to watching you on Thursday night and also all season as we support the Winston County Yellow Jackets. Their season opener is Thursday night, 7 p.m. at Meek. Look forward to seeing you next week on Jacket Pride TV.